Namaste. It is the wish of many parents that they should be able to make their child shine in some field in life. Every parent has that wish. And how can you do that? How can you identify the talents in your child? I will give you a few small points. So try to bring them into effect and see how it works. So the first and foremost is, let your child do whatever it likes, because a child may say, I want to go and play tennis, or I want to go and do swimming. But sometimes parents will say, no, swimming is not the right thing because you will catch a cold, you may fall sick, or basketball is not the right thing, you are a girl, we don't want you to be out there in the sun all the time. These are all the hurdles that parents bring in the child's mind even before it can try out a hobby. We can identify the talents in our children only if they try certain things. Until and unless they try, even they don't know what they like or what they don't like, and we will never be able to find out. So, first point is to expose your child to as many hobbies as possible. I am saying hobby because initially it should all be done only with the thought of a hobby. You should never tell a 6 or 7 year old child that I am putting you in this tennis class and tomorrow you have to become a great player. That puts a lot of pressure on the child, and the child becomes reluctant to go there because the child will start thinking, what if I do not pursue this? What if I don't like it? What if I don't become a great player? Then my mother, father will be disappointed. So why should I do this at all? Let me just move away. This is how a child's mind works. So never put off the child by pressurizing the child to become a professional, because you can't put a child in a particular hobby or activity with the intention of making the child a professional. You can first of all select, or first of all identify the talent in a child and then think of making him a professional. So that way, let the child have many hobbies. It can be swimming, it can be singing, it can be dancing, it can be basketball, it can be cricket. It can be anything that the child wants to do. Let the child try his or her hand at everything that is possible. Some of them may be formal classes, some of them may be like doing something at home only. But let the child do whatever it can. And as a parent, keep watching the child. That is what is most important. How does the child relate with the hobby that the child is doing or the child has taken up? And supposing it's a class, supposing it's, let us say, a music class, the child, vocal music, child has to go and sing, and you are getting ready to take the child to the class, and just look at the child, see how the child is reacting to the thought of going to that class. Because if there is a lot of enthusiasm, and so even if it's like a swimming class or basketball or dancing, anything, if the child gets ready quickly, yes, I want to go, then you know the child likes it. But if the child says, today if it's singing, I don't want to go, my throat is not okay, I don't feel comfortable, I will go tomorrow, I will go next week, then you know that there is some reluctance. What could be the reason? We do not know. But if there is a reluctance also, keep watching. And of course for parents it's very difficult, it's a very challenging task, because when you put a child in some class, you do pay a lot of money. Sometimes you might have paid for 3 months or 6 months together. And at least for that period you want the child to go. There's nothing wrong with that. So as a parent, you can give a little push and tell the child, see, you can even tell the child, we have paid the money, so you have to attend the class, because otherwise the teacher will also mistake us. So just go and do whatever you can. You need not excel, do whatever you can, enjoy the class and come. That way you can encourage the child, but keep on watching what the child does just before going to the class. This is one major important point. So first is expose the child to many things, many hobbies. Second is see how the child handles each thing, or how the child resonates with each hobby, whether it likes it or whether it doesn't like it, whether there is an enthusiasm while going or whether there is a reluctance while going. That is what you have to find out. And then the third is see which one the child likes more, because among 5 or 6 things that the child is doing, some of them may be done in the school itself, some of them may be privately done where you would have been sending the child to a class. Watch the child and see in which hobbies the child is very much interested, and there you allow the child to go further. Now you take any hobby, if it is singing, there are levels. Initially it's the basic level, then you go little higher, then little higher. Same thing with dance, same thing with swimming. Same thing with anything. You take even an outdoor game like basketball or cricket. Initially it's a kind of level where you learn. And once the child shows interest and also talent, then definitely whoever is training the child will ask you to put the child in a higher level. So there, if you feel the child is enthusiastic and showing talent also, and you take the coach, whoever is the coach, you can take their opinion also, then you let the child go to the next level. And here in this third point, deciding what to pursue and what to drop, that is the major thing there. Because in many cases, parents have brought their children to me for counseling. Many times what I have seen is, parents are very enthusiastic, there is no doubt about that. The parents want to see their child becoming, a very good tennis player or very good singer or very good dancer or a very good swimmer, so many things you can say. And what they will say is, the child may not want to go and swim. The child may say, I have learned swimming, I know basic swimming. So if at all I fall into water, I will not drown, I can save myself. So that's it, and whenever I can, I will just go and swim and enjoy. But I don't want to do it as a class. I do not want to become a professional swimmer. This may be the child's stand. But you know what the parent will say? The parent will say, when I was a child, I really wanted to become a great swimmer. But I never had the opportunity to learn swimming itself. So I can't even swim properly. But I don't want that to happen to my child. I want him to become a great swimmer, professional swimmer. Now the parent is imposing his own desire onto the child, what he could not achieve in life. He is imposing on the child. Of course, it's like a dream, what I could not do, I want my child to do. But then it does not always work like that. If that child is not enthusiastic about swimming, then you should just let the child take it only as a hobby. So once in a week or whenever you want, just go swim, enjoy the swimming and come. There's no pressure of next level or no pressure of passing a test or anything. Just enjoy and come. When you give it to him like that, he will want to do it again and again. So choosing which hobbies to pursue and which to drop as a regular class, as a regular learning, that is something which you have to do. Taking your child's interest into account, taking not only interest, how they resonate with that activity, how they respond to that particular hobby, you have to take everything into account and then only decide. Allow the child to tell, allow the child to decide. Now the fourth one is, whenever the child goes for a class and comes back from there, that is the time when the child will be able to tell you the truth about what he feels. So when a dance class is over and the child comes back home, make her sit down, him or her, and talk to the child and say, how did you enjoy your class? Did you do anything new today? What did the teacher say? Did the teacher like what you did? Or did they say that you're doing something wrong? What did you can just start off like that and listen to the child. So as the child talks, and you should make the child talk somehow. And this is easier when they come back from a class. Immediately after that, they also want to, blurt out so many things. So when you talk to them like that, you will be able to understand very easily how much the child is enthusiastic about that particular class or whether the child does not want to pursue. So that is one very simple and best way to understand how a child feels about a particular activity or hobby. So in this manner, be a good parent. Allow the child to do whatever the child wants initially, then let the child decide what he or she would like to pursue and help the child to pursue that particular activity. Do not put too much pressure on the child to become a professional, to totally become a successful person in that particular activity. Of course, we all would be very happy if our children shine in some field or the other. But that need not become a pressure on the child. Push the child a little, but also keep watching where is the enthusiasm and where the child is not enthusiastic. Keep watching all that and allow the child to decide what he will pursue and what he will not pursue. If you keep all this in mind and if you keep a little detached outlook, then definitely you will be able to identify where your child's talents lie. And you will be able to make your child shine in those particular fields. And I think that's what every parent wants. So be a wonderful parent and detect or identify your child's talents as early as you can.